Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today, we're going to be going through 10 common myths about electronics. I have some interesting facts about electronics for you, so let's get into it. Number 1. Unplugging your electronics when they're not in use saves electricity. Now this is both true and false. It depends on what type of device we are talking about here. If you have something like a smart TV, unplug that baby from the wall, because it will still draw a small amount of power even if it's turned off. This is called idle draw or phantom power, and it happens because some components within the device need to be powered on at all times in order for the device to function properly. So if you want to save energy, you can go ahead and unplug that TV. But what about something like a game console or a laptop charger? These devices don't draw much idle power, so it's totally fine to leave them plugged in. In fact, it's much more convenient that way. Just keep in mind though that if you're not using the device for an extended period of time, it's always best to unplug it. Leaving your devices plugged in all the time means that they all constantly drawing some amount of power, even when you think they turned off. This can add up over time. No. 2. A broken LCD screen can be fixed by placing a magnet on it overnight. Have you ever seen one of those YouTube videos where someone places a magnet on a cracked LCD panel and the cracks magically vanish? Well, it turns out this is just a myth. There is no scientific evidence to support this claim, and many people have actually tried it with little to no success. The idea probably originated from the fact that magnets can realign certain types of ferrofluid, but this doesn't apply to LCD panels. And if you try it, you might end up making the situation worse. LCD screens are complex and delicate and should be handled by professionals. So if you have a cracked LCD, take it to a repair shop instead of trying this risky trick. Number 3. Plastic is bad for your health. Plastic has gotten a pretty bad rap lately. People are becoming more aware of the negative environmental impacts of plastic, and there are valid concerns about the safety of certain plastics. However, it's important to remember that not all plastics are created equal. Some types of plastic are actually quite safe for humans. For example, high-density polyethylene, or HDPE, is used for milk cartons and shampoo bottles. It's very durable, resistant to moisture and most chemicals, so it's a great option for food and beverage containers. On the other hand, polystyrene, also known as styrofoam, is a different story. This stuff is notorious for its negative health effects. Polystyrene foam contains styrene, which is a known carcinogen. When heated or scratched, this chemical can leach into food and drinks, and over time it can cause cancer. So if you're worried about the safety of plastic, try to avoid polystyrene foam and opt for safer alternatives like glass or stainless steel. Number 4. CRT monitors are healthier than LCD or LED monitors. Now this is a bit of a tricky one. Back in the day, CRT monitors were considered to be better for your eyes because they produced a much warmer light that was easier on the retinas compared to the harsh blue light emitted by LCDs and LEDs. Additionally, CRTs had a refresh rate of 60 Hz, meaning that the pixels changed 60 times per second, which was thought to reduce eye strain. However, modern CRTs can also be set to 75 Hz and even 85 Hz. And newer LCDs and LEDs have a refresh rate of 120 Hz or even higher, which makes them much more comfortable to look at. The problem with CRT monitors is that they're bulky, heavy, and expensive. They also emit harmful X-rays and consume lots of electricity. So while they may have been considered healthier in the past, they certainly aren't anymore. No. 5. Turning off your Wi-Fi router at night. Well, this is also false. Your wireless internet router is connected to your internet service provider's network. So even if you turn off your wireless router, you'll still be using the internet. Turning off your wireless router does not disconnect you from the internet. It only stops the wireless signals being sent to and from your devices. Any device that is connected via Ethernet will still be able to access the internet. So if you want to save internet data, you need to change your settings at the ISP level. You can contact your ISP and ask them to limit your monthly data usage. Or you can install software on your devices that helps you track and manage your data consumption. Number 6. Static kills electronics. We've all been warned as children not to walk under a ladder or touch a metal fence during a thunderstorm. But did you know that static electricity can actually kill electronics? It's true. If you're not careful, a static discharge can damage sensitive electronic components. This is why many electronics manufacturers recommend that you use an anti-static wrist strap when handling their products. An anti-static wrist strap is a simple device that connects your body to the ground, allowing any excess static electricity to dissipate harmlessly. If you're not sure whether or not you need to use an anti-static wrist strap, it's always best to err on the side of caution and just use one. It's much better to be safe than sorry. Number 7. MacBooks are more reliable than Windows laptops. MacBooks are known for their sleek design and user-friendly interface. But are they really more reliable than Windows laptops? The answer is yes and no. MacBooks do have a higher customer satisfaction rating than Windows laptops, but that doesn't necessarily mean that they're more reliable. It could just mean that people are happier with the overall experience of using a Mac, even if it breaks down just as often as a Windows laptop. Plus, Macs are significantly more expensive than Windows laptops, so customers may have higher expectations when they buy one. Ultimately, whether or not a laptop is reliable depends on the individual model. There are plenty of unreliable Macs and reliable Windows laptops out there, so don't just buy a Mac because you think it's more reliable. Do your research and buy the best laptop for your needs. Number 8. Blue light from screens is bad for your eyes. Blue light is everywhere. Emits blue light, as do fluorescent lights, LEDs, and even our smartphones. But are there any downsides to blue light? Does it cause permanent eye damage or disrupt your sleep? The answer is maybe. It all depends on how much exposure you get. A little bit of blue light can actually be helpful. Studies have shown that it can help improve alertness and cognitive performance. But too much blue light can definitely be harmful. It can cause eye strain, headaches, and even disrupt your sleep. This is why it's important to take breaks from your devices and get your eyes checked regularly. Consider investing in blue light blocking glasses. No. 9. Headphones damage your hearing. Listening to music with headphones can be a great way to relax after a long day, but it's important not to overdo it. Prolonged exposure to loud noises can damage your hearing. And while headphones don't inherently damage your hearing, they can pose a risk if you listen to music at a high volume for an extended period of time. If you want to protect your hearing, use headphones that cover both your ears and don't listen to music at a volume that is too high. Taking these simple precautions can help ensure that you can enjoy your music without damaging your hearing. Number 10. USB flash drives are unsafe. USB flash drives are convenient and affordable, but are they safe to use? Unfortunately, they're not as safe as you might think. USB flash drives can be easily lost or stolen, and they can also be physically damaged. This can result in the loss of important data. Additionally, USB flash drives can contain malware which can damage your computer or steal your personal information. 2. To stay safe, make sure to back up your data and only use trusted USB flash drives. Well, that's it for today. What do you think? Did I miss any common myths about electronics? Let me know in the comments section below. Thank you for watching, and please don't forget to share and like the video. Until next time, take care and stay curious.